Test? Yeah. The aim of argument or of discussion should not be victory, but progress. These words by French moralist Joseph Joubert may represent the perfect goal of any workshop or conference, where professionals with different backgrounds meet, present their work, and discuss. Sometimes these discussions get heated, though they all contribute to making progress on the topic. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Norwegian Geotechnical Institute, let me warmly welcome all of you to this one-of-its-kind workshop on safer tailings dams, live from the Deichman Library here in the beautiful city of Oslo. My name is Dominic Lang, and I'm the director of the market area Natural Hazards at NGI. And it's my great pleasure to inaugurate this workshop with almost 100 participants from all over the world. Many of you have taken up the challenge to travel to Oslo. I know, and we greatly appreciate this. This is involved with a lot of costs. Oslo is not known to be a bargain. And many have joined us today online via our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your interest in this interesting topic of safer tailing dams, a topic which is gaining wider relevance in the course of the current energy transition as the world is requiring more and more minerals and other raw materials. Before I briefly present to you NGI and the reason why we have decided to host this workshop, let me first address a sincere thanks to our sponsors who generously support this organization of this workshop. So thanks to our 5 sponsors, Vale, ATC Williams, LSI Lastham, Contech, and the Norwegian Research Council. Thank you so much. So why had we been keen in organizing this workshop? There are actually many reasons, while the most important are driven by our mandate and our heritage. As you probably know, the Norwegian Geotechnical Institute is a private not-for-profit research foundation which was established in 1953. And as a private research foundation, we are not driven by economical profit, we are driven by our societal mandate. And the societal mandate was basically defined in 1953 upon our establishment. And it basically says that we should be a national center for geotechnical research and development. We should develop knowledge and technology that is applied. And we should develop professionals of the professional development of our employees, but also of the next generation of future experts. So the competence building of the mining industry would perfectly fit into this goal. If you hear about NGI, you of course connect NGI with geotechnical research, but today we do so much more different. And of course, one of the things that we work more and more on, especially during the past years, are tailings facilities. So our portfolio of services spans very wide, and mine-related activities become more and more relevant. And the last reason why we took up the challenge to host this workshop is basically our heritage. And NGI has been involved with mine tailings quite some time. And I asked my colleague Suzanne Lacasse to give me a brief overview and recapitulate what NGI was actually doing in the past. So we decided to split this into 3 eras. The early days, between the 60s and the 80s, where we worked, for example, for Titania here in Norway, and also for Boliden in Sweden. And there was one of the reports called Stability Erosion of Tailings Dumps. So neither would we probably refer today on stability erosion, neither would we call the tailings a dump. From the 60s to the 80s, we worked a lot on supplemental to pit slope manuals in Canada and the US. And of course, also in the 70s, the Selazny Most work started that is more or less ongoing until today. So there was quite some work done by our colleagues and the funders of NGI during this time, and a very popular paper came out afterwards by Kåre Høeg and Duvik and Sandbakken on the strengths of undisturbed versus reconstituted silt and silty sand specimens, which gained quite some popularity in the business. After that, in the middle years, we did more and more assessments of tailing dams worldwide. For example, in Romania, we continued with the Selazny Most, and we also started to work for Vale's mines in Brazil. And also it was the beginning of the era of risk assessment and management. Our expertise today stretches quite broadly from the risk to the geotechnical testing of soil samples. We also are involved in a number of expert panels internationally, and also not necessarily dealing with tailings, but we have more and more now entered the mining business in terms of research and development projects. So we've recently been granted 2 large Horizon projects. Last year, we've been granted Dynamine, a 12 million euro Horizon Europe project dealing with the transformation and modernization of the whole mining operation value chain by proposing solutions to move towards more selective and more efficient mining to allow mining sites to increase productivity, enhance safety, and significantly reduce environmental footprint. And also this year, in summer, we've been granted another Horizon Europe project called Minai, which is more dealing with or applying remote sensing technology for mining industry. So NGI's objective are basically, in order to host also this workshop, is increasing knowledge of the industry, improving safety of the facilities, reducing failures, and also providing guidance to the future experts. So with this, I would like to hand over to my colleagues, Sparsha Nagula and Luca Picciullo, who will be hopefully a very great host for you during the next 3 days. And I just remain with wishing you all a fruitful workshop, great discussions, the ability to make new friends, and have a lovely time in Oslo. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dominic. Actually, I'm going to have a short introduction. I don't see my slide here. Can you please? Yeah. Well, while my slides are coming, ladies and gentlemen, welcome, good morning. I'm really thrilled of being here in front of this kind of diverse group of experts that have traveled basically all over the world for being here today with us to our workshop towards safer tailings dams. My name is Luca Picciullo. I work for NGI, and it's a great pleasure for me welcoming you today. The focus of our workshop, as you know, it's clear. It's improving tailings dam management and safety. But first, speaking about safety, well, I need you to familiarize with the route, the exit doors first, and also the emergency doors and safety route, because this is a self-evacuating building. So please check where all the exit doors are and the routes that you can follow on the floor. I don't see the slides changing here, though. So for me, it's difficult to see what's happening on the back.